And and I can tell you that in the 1990s, that Senator Byrd and Senator McConnell had a perfectly cordial relationship at all times. When Senator McConnell was then one of what was considered the reasonable Republicans in the Senate. And Ira, there's a very important story, I think, in Senator Byrd's view of reconciliation rules, because one of his notions of reconciliation was that you were not supposed to introduce new legislation, new programs in reconciliation. That's one of the little noticed pieces of it that he always tried to protect, to the point that in a chairman's meeting, first chairman's meeting in 1993 during the Clinton presidency, Chairman Byrd, then of the Appropriations Committee, announced to all of us, the staff and chairman in the room, that he personally would not allow the Clinton health care bill to be done in reconciliation. He would not do it. And so we instantly gave up. Like, there was no George Mitchell, majority leader, didn't think, oh, well, let me try to talk him into this. Like, everyone instantly gave up on reconciliation on that. Then you cut to Obamacare getting through the United States Senate. And Robert Byrd goes along with the idea that you can split it and pass some of it through reconciliation, some of it over the 60-vote threshold. And that is something that Robert Byrd never would have done in the early 1990s. And so in that very specific, possibly complex version of this, I was fascinated to watch his evolution on that kind of use of reconciliation itself.
Well, look, you lived through it, Lawrence, and so you saw it more closely than I did. But it's also true that the Senate got 60 votes for the Affordable Care Act and only, I think, used reconciliation when it came back because they had to do it, and they did it in the way you said. But look, one of my arguments here is a more practical one. I believe that a 50-vote or 51-vote Senate empowers the bipartisan deal makers on both sides. Their votes are decisive, and they're the legislators, and they come forward. A 60-vote Senate empowers the obstructionists. You're handing the keys to the castle to Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell has told us that he's going to oppose the Biden agenda the same way he opposed the Obama agenda. And I take him at his word on that, but I don't think he should be allowed to do it. And that's basically my other concern. And look, anyone who's legislated, and you've done a lot of it, you at finance and environment, legislating is bone-crushingly difficult. But the key to it is people coming forward and engaging in good faith to try to work on the problem. You've got to be good faith political players. And we don't have that in Mitch McConnell. We may have that in some group of Republicans, 7 or 8 or 9. That remains to be seen. And this legislation isn't done yet. So we may see this process play out. But what I would argue is it's hard enough to pass important legislation with the president, the House, and the Senate with 50 or 51 votes. The 60-vote supermajority is an unacceptable burden. We shouldn't live with it.